How y'all doing? 22 veteran. Today we're going to cover step by step how to clean and restore the cork on your fly rod. It's fairly easy, and what you're going to do is you're going to restore it back to its glory when you bought your fly rod. So you're going to go from the dirty to the absolute clean, and it's fairly easy to do. And after we clean it, we're going to protect it. So that way it protects against the UV, the scum, and everything else that you get on it from dipping it in water, and it's gonna keep the dirt from building up as easy. So let's get to it. Here's our cork handle. Now what we want to do is we want to go from the grime to restoring it, and we're going to clean the grime, restore it, and then we're going to protect it using the Cork Sealer UV 40. I use it on all my custom rods when I do the handles, that way it protects it. So let's go ahead and we're going to start on that. First, we've got our water right here, and then I'm just going to add just a little bit of Dawn. I'm going to add a lot, just a tiny bit of Dawn. That's just going to be a little bit of soap on there. You don't need a lot, just a couple drops, and that's it. It's cold water too. Make sure it's cold. Cold water works good on it. Now you take your sponge. So you got the green side, the abrasive side, and then you got the other side. It's a lot smoother. I can use a Dollar Tree, or now it's a $1.25 tree. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna take it. This actually takes a little bit of time, and we're just gonna start scrubbing on it. Like literally, you're gonna do this and do it and go over it, and you can put pressure. I'm actually putting quite a bit of pressure on it. As you can see, this is moving. This is a slow rod, but you actually want to support it. Support the cork underneath, and you're just gonna sit here. It's kind of tedious. It's kind of boring, and we're gonna go through and we're just gonna clean this up. And you're gonna see it go from the grimy dirt like on there, like just that, and the dirty dark color, and you're gonna get it back to where you bought it, nice and clean. When you're cleaning your cork off, you want to make sure you hold on to it by the reel seat and the cork. Make sure you don't hang on to it up here, because you can potentially break your blank. That's the last thing you want to do. So make sure you hold on to it, and you support the cork and by the reel seat. So you're just going to keep doing this, literally, and you're going to watch it. Let's check the winding check cork all the way down to the reel seat. It seats into it. Looks like we are pretty much there. So we got our soap on there. Now, what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna take this to the sink, which I don't need to film the sink part, because I'm sure y'all can do that. And what I'm gonna do is same thing, cold water, and I'm gonna run it over the rod. And that we can remove any soap on here that's left. It's gonna be hardly any. And just run it, and you're just gonna wipe it off with your hand, and that's gonna remove any soap that's left behind on the cork, and it's gonna clean it up. After you do that, then we need to dry it. And we're gonna take a look at this in a minute. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, we are back from the sink, rinsing it all off. And now we just need to dry it. I shook it off. For the video, I'm gonna do the, the guy thing. I'm gonna use my shirt, and I'm just gonna clean it off or dry it off with my shirt. So that's what I'm doing. Hi, Luna. Yeah, you're a good girl. So I have a wolf dog and a shepherd, and they are attached to me at the hip when I'm home. So they are both with me. All right. So now, after you do that, you should just let it dry out after that. As you can see, here's what our cork handle is going to look like. Clean, it's bright. It looks like just the day that we bought it at the fly shop. And you can see it looks really nice. And all we have to do now is let's go ahead and seal the cork and protect it from the elements. So let's get to that part now. As you can see, here's our water, and it's dirty. And that cork was really dirty, and we got that off. So we got the water dumped out. Now we're going to move on to the next part. I just dumped it out because it does a good job of hanging onto my cork. So what I'm going to do is take it, and I'm just going to lay it at an angle, because I just want it to have something to lay on. So what we're going to be using is called UV Cork Sealer. You can get off on Amazon. I will throw the price up here, right here, on how much it costs. So it's a cork seal. It's a UV 40. So it also has a UV protection, so it protects it from the sun. It's a UV 40 cork seal. What it does, it's sealant for cork handles. So, getting old sucks. Coming up to light. So what we have is enhances that cork feel, toughens the cork, reduces chipping, degradation of the cork, etc. Seals against dirt and grime, and that's what we're looking for. It's going to seal your cork up. And once again, getting old sucks. Now I gotta wear my old man glasses. So I would shake it up. Let's make sure it's all mixed up. And then what we're going to use is, I have a little brush I buy. I buy them by the pack or do my fly rods with. When I put my epoxy on, it's put on, I can throw the brush away. So I get them, you know, at Walmart, $2 for like 100. So they're really cheap to buy. But any kind of brush would work, or even like a light rag or something would work. Boop. So as you can see, it's white. It's fairly thick, but not, it's white like that. So we're just gonna dip our brush into it, like so, and then I'm just going to paint it on. And I'm just going to paint it and turn it, so that way it goes in, just like that. And this stuff will dry clear, but don't overload it. Other thing about this is, if you do, and when you do buy a brand new fly rod, make sure you seal it, because they do not come sealed. It takes a little bit of time, but at the end it's worth it. It adds life to your cork handle. At the end, just wipe off the excess on there, and I'll use my hand a little bit and just get some of that off a little bit, and check your rail seat, make sure that looks good. Check your winding check, make sure you got that off. And all we gotta do now is we're gonna go ahead and let that dry. It's gonna take a little bit. I'll let it sit for at least 24 hours before I use it. Now we are good to go. It is nice and sealed. As you can see, it's real simple to clean the cork up and restore and protect your fly rod. And as we know, we buy a fly rod, it's a lifetime contract. We expect them to last forever. Well, I do. and it's super easy to do it. It just takes a little bit of time. Alright y'all, thanks for joining me. If you're this far, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and y'all get on the water.